What's going on, Veve Gang? Welcome back to the channel, All Things Strange. It's your man, Dr. Strange. And it looks like we are back in action. So, I'm asking, are we stacking or slacking on? Looks like we're getting the first appearance of the Fantastic car in Fantastic Four #3. And we're here to figure it out, man. We got to go over the drop, check out all the covers, get the drop details, probably head on over to Go Collect, Key Collector, even eBay, see what these are looking like slabbed up, see what people are looking for right now in the market for these. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of price action, figure that out. Can't wait to deep dive into this drop, man, because this is Fantastic Four #3. This is Golden Age classic right here. So it's a little bit of controversy going on in the community. So I'm here to talk about a little of that and figure out, am I going to stack or slack on it? So here on Veve's Twitter, right, we got a little bit of drop details here, but, let's dig into it. It says the first family adopt their iconic blue uniforms and take to the skies in a fantastic car. But just how long is the ever-loving thing going to hide his rocky skin beneath an all-over body, suit, and helmet? Not long, when the towering monster threatens Manhattan, courtesy of the master hypnotist known as the Miracle Man. Can Reed, Sue, Ben, and Johnny devise illusions and put an end to his campaign of terror, or will the Dimensions team be torn apart? Marvel's Fantastic Four #3 drops in blind box waitlist format with 5 cover variants on Thursday, August 7th, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it says with 4,444 editions available, who will be the lucky owners of Mint 444 and 4444. A little tongue twister there. So, yeah, we got some things to look out for. Some mint hunters are on the prowl to collect some specific mint numbers, man. One of those people who are out there looking right now is the fam comics and crypto, and they have a double bounty alert out. It says we're placing 2 bounties on Fantastic Four #3, dropping this Thursday on VV Official. They are giving 2,000 for mint number 1962, which personally I think holds the most weight out of all of the mint numbers out there available for 44 and 444, other than mint number 4, which is not available to us on the drop. I think that is probably the most significant mint number on this drop, but that's not available to the public. Maybe that will come out one day in a giveaway or somewhere, somehow, who knows, maybe never. But they're also giving out $1,444 for mint number 4444, and that's the last mint number plus representing the Fantastic Four, right? 1 4 per member. And the 1962 is the year the comic was released, and then you're also going to have another number for the year the comic was published, and then you'll also have another number for Earth 616, right? And then you got the Earth, I think it's 862 or something like that, for the one that takes place in the movie. So let me know down below what Earth number that was in the Fantastic Four movie. Now, what I also want you guys to do before we get even into the drop details for Fantastic Four #3, what I want you guys to do is take a journey with me over to my last video. And that's because I need to get the URL here and figure out who the winner from last week's episode is that was on Fantastic Four #8, because Veve did sponsor that episode, and it's trying to figure out who's going to get the random comic or collectible compliments of Veve Official, man. Shout out to them. And I believe last week's winner was C Spill. So shout out to him as well, man. So I grabbed the URL from over there. I'm gonna paste it over here. Wait, did I get it? Let me make sure I got it. Paste. Right. So we got Lil Bin Forever says thanks for the well done video, and I appreciate that, Lil Bin Forever. However, what you have to do to qualify for the random Veve Digital Collectible or comic giveaway is you have to let me know which one of the 5 cover variants is your favorite. So I'm gonna have to try and draw a winner that followed those rules, man. We're gonna pick another person here, and it looks like it's the fam Hobie. It says, love this, really hoping for the secret rare on the drop, and we'll pick up a few of the common and at least one ultra rare. All right, so that's what we wanted to hear, man. That's what we wanted to hear. He His favorite was the secret rare, man. Shout out Hobie. Shout out Veve Digital Collectibles, man, for supporting the channel and supporting the community, man, with the giveaways. This is unbelievable, man. People been hitting some insane stuff. So I hope Hobie is another one, man. Shout out to you. Be sure to message my collectibles, shoot them a DM on Twitter X, and give them your official Veve username and get you squared away, man. Shout out to him, man. And for you guys watching the current video, if you're new to Veve Official, you can pause the video and scan the QR code, and you will get started with a free 10 gems compliment of Veve, and as you can see on the screen, I am an affiliate, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you could do that, scan the QR code, get started, or you can also go down in the description and have a link below as well, man. So there you have that, man. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get back to this drop for Fantastic Four number 3, because I have no idea if I'm going to be slacking on it. So here we are on the Veve blog article, blog.veve.me. And we already went through all the pleasantries, man. The main thing I see right here on the screen that is very intriguing is this list price of 15 gems, and total editions is 4,444. First available edition for public sale is going to be number 155, and all that's going to break down to 2,654 classic commons, 999 uncommons, 444 rares, 222 ultra rares, and 125 secret rares, with a total of 278 editions across all 5 rarities. Going to be withheld by Veve for license and promotional team stuff and all of that, man. So some of the debating going back and forth is like, yo, are they using the fact that the last drop that started at 20 but then was dropped to 15 sold out, and the edition size for that drop was 2,000 and it sold out? And are you kind of looking at that like, okay, they got it, they'll pay it, just cuz, or what's going on? Me personally, it's a couple of things that I think are playing a part into the list price we have, and also the edition size we have. And I'll say that I think that we have a couple of days for people to marinate on the article and the drop details, and it's been a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the community right now. Shout out to emojis, the whole 24-hour space is going on to congratulate him for hitting level 100 on the Veve app. But I think that once people process what's going on a little bit more, take into consideration other elements going on with this drop, they may view the total edition size a different way. And we'll get into that when I figure out if I'm slacking on this drop or not. But for now, let's get into the covers, man. I gotta check out this cover work and see what's going on here. We got a 12-cent book. Of course it's 12 cents. It's Fantastic Four number 3, and when it's a 12-cent book, you guys know how I feel about it. It has to go to the collection. It is going into the collection. There's no question about it. So let's check it out a little bit closer here. We got that classic sky blue action, and this is the first time we had the Fantastic Four in their new blue costumes. A couple of first appearance things going on in this book, including a fantastic car. So glad we got a better version of that in the movies. Lord, this looks like the soul of a Air Force One with a handlebar in front. I don't know what you're doing with that. Does it have weapons on it? It's like a flying piece of soap. This is ivory. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. This is a sponge or something. Anyway, this cover is popping. I love the classic artwork, man. This reminds me of my days in was it art class? You know what I'm saying? When they would teach us how to draw buildings like this, like with a ruler, and everything was all square and perfect like that. Like, man, this is classic stuff, man. So I'm curious to see what our uncommon is going to look like. So let's check it out. And here we are, and very interesting choice. All right. I like the fact we got no color saturation on any letters and fonts and all of that stuff. I like that, but I'm wondering why we got Johnny Blaze as the only one out of the whole team with color saturation, especially when this is their first appearance with the classic costumes, the blue suits. So why did Johnny get the cover like that? I'm not fully sure, but I could tell you one thing. I don't know if there's a such thing as like a Johnny Blaze week, but I could tell you right now on Veve, it is pretty much Johnny Blaze week, because these Fantastic Four Johnny Storm collectibles look incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, go on over to their X page and check out the blog or download the Veve app. And if you're new to the app, again, use my affiliate link in the description. Start off with a free 10 gems. I believe this drop is 40 gems, so you're gonna have to add 30 to that to go for this drop. And you're gonna need to add 5 to that to go for this comic drop, apparently. But the quality on this is off the chain. I would love to dig deep into this, but we will go there. What is this? Looks like we might have something else going on. Felix, man, Veve is out here fully active in these streets right now. So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Let's get back to these covers. So yeah, it's interesting that he's getting all the shine on this cover, and he's getting all the shine on the app too. You know what I'm saying? But I know that this, in combination with his collectible in my Veve verse, is gonna look amazing. So now let's check out our Veve exclusive cover right here. This is the rare, and this is dope, man. I like this. The fantastic car got a lot of black going on. I like this black effect going on right here. A lot of like the white background allows the outline of the characters to really pop, and I really like that, man. Yo, shout out my man Ronnie Lighto, man. He knows what I'm talking about, man. Knows his art, man. Yeah, I just love how it lets the outline and the characters pop really on this. And I know the ultra rare is going to be incredible too. I know, you know, once you add this background, and it's going to look crazy. One thing I'm trying to look for, and I haven't seen it in the article verbiage at all, is who exactly worked on these Veve exclusive covers. I think I heard a couple of names thrown around, like Alex Saviat. This does look like his artwork, so I'm inclined to think it might be him. Oh wait, is this a signature somewhere down here? Yeah, it is. So I don't know. I didn't see our exclusive artist names mentioned here in any of the verbiage on the article, but apparently, you know, obviously it's somebody, you know, in this modern era. But I don't know who that is, guys. If you do, let me know down below, as well as letting me know which one of these 5 cover variants is your favorite, so I can enter you into the next Veve supporter giveaway. We are here checking this out, trying to see if we get. See, there's some names down here, but they're so small that I can't make it out, guys. I can't make it out. But we definitely have 2 artists involved in our Veve exclusive covers. I think actually this may be Rachel Rosenberg and Alex Saviat that did this. That's who I think did this together, guys. So for me, yeah, I am a collector of both of them. I love what they do on here, on the app with our exclusive covers. So a little bit of extra oomph put into this drop just with knowing that it's them. Yeah, I had to really look at this close, but I believe it's those 2. Let me know down below if anybody knows for sure, or you know, can confirm. Let me know how good my skills are. But now it's time to check out the coveted secret rare, and this is crazy. What is this? We've never had anything like this. What is this? To know that this is a panel is insane. First of all, it took a lot of guts to kind of pull this one out. And what's interesting too, when you guys go back to the blog article and check out the collectible for Johnny Storm dropping on Veve, you'll see that an iteration of this, you know, this is a popular thing he would do, is leave behind the 4 and the blaze of it, you know, in the air. They showed that a little bit in movies, but yeah, man, this encompasses it. And I guess, you know, even though we got all these first appearances and blue suit stuff, I guess Johnny was featured in this issue because he obviously has an official pinup page inside the book. You know what I'm saying? Him showing flying into space and, you know, and all of this. So I guess that's why he got the cover. And I guess it all makes sense with us getting him on the app as well. Like, yeah, what a, you know, creative drop that they put together, and a couple of drops that they put together, all relevant. Oh wow, we got the movie out here. I like it, man. I like all of this stuff going on. Back to back Fantastic Four drops. And like I said, man, when it comes to collecting golden era stuff like this and being able to get the first 10 or first 20 over time, like that's the type of collection I want to build. You know, having a bunch of first appearances, you know, 70 something and 50 something, that's cool. But I personally wish that we always just started off with like a cool 15 to 20 run, and then we start hopping around as need be, and then eventually fill in the gaps over the years and stuff like that, maybe with less significant books. But I think when it comes to the golden era, the first 20, 50, 100, all of that is in play as far as collectability. So who knows where we're gonna go, guys? But all I do know is Fantastic Four is significant. You know what I'm saying? And I expect the prices to reflect that. I don't know for sure, but we're gonna check that out. Let's do it right now. Matter of fact, let's hop on over to Go Collect, see what information we can get over here. It says here, December 12th, 1961. Interesting. Okay. I don't know. Oh, that's the publication date. See right here, guys. So again, that's why I say there are other mint numbers you could be into collecting, man. It's not just what people say. It's not just sequential numbers. It's not just Stan Lee's birthday. It's all of that. You know what I'm saying? And more when you really start digging it. Shout out to Go Collect and the fam, Chris Severs. You know what I'm saying? Mintologist out here. He let me know that. Like, he made me aware of that. He collects really like crazy numbers that you would be like, what? Like, but certain numbers hold significance to different people. You never know what that is. So yeah, we got right here. It says a key issue. Fantastic Four costumes, first appearance of Fantastic Car, first appearance of the Fantastic Copter, first appearance of the Baxter Building. Interesting, man. You got the artist here, cover artist, all that good stuff. You can check it out, man. Let's get into a little bit of data. Let's see. 9.8s, one on the census, no sales. Someone has a near perfect copy out there, and they're like, I don't even want to let anybody get this. 9.6, which you can see is still considered in the top 0.1%. There's only one on the census with 2 sales. And the last time it sold was in 2014, December of 2014. It's been a nice Christmas for somebody because it sold on the 8th. Somebody spent $38,500 on it back in 2014. My question is, if someone put it up for sale right now, would it be sold for more or less? Let me know in the comments below, man. All interesting stuff. So there you have that. I don't know why my screen went over there and did that. It's all good. But yeah, let's check out some more. I think as far as the price values, we were looking at what it was. So that's pretty much the highest price value on there, and that went for a pretty good amount of money. That definitely did. Let's head on over to Key Collector real quick, see what's going on. It says here, key facts, first appearance, costume, first appearance of Miracle Man. That's another one we got to keep in consideration too. It's literally like 4 to 5 different first appearances going on in this one book, which is awesome. It says there's 4 cover variants. I'm interested to see what that could be. What is this? A facsimile edition? Oh, okay, because it's taking into account, I guess, some facsimiles that were dropped in 2025. All right. Very interesting there. Some low price values. This is a 1 in 25 variant right here. All right. I wouldn't mind getting this. I wouldn't mind this. You know what I'm saying? But if it had to be at the expense of us getting 2 exclusive covers, then I'm cool with what we have, you know what I'm saying? But as far as raw copies goes, this has a low of 815, a mid of 3,300, and a high of 9,800. So definitely commands some bread, and so we got a synopsis. The menace of the Miracle Man. Can even the Fantastic Four defeat a man who performs miracles? At a stage performance, the Miracle Man demonstrates amazing powers, including a vulnerability and strength greater than that of the Thing. After showing up, the Fantastic Four, the Miracle Man, declares war on the whole human race. Wow, so he basically stiff-armed all of them like, get over there. And now that I'm in control, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, Miracle Man. I highly doubt you made it. They definitely figured out a way to foil your plot and plans. Pretty sure, man. So let's head on over to eBay and see what people are looking for right now. This book's slapped up because I'm still trying to figure out, am I stacking or slacking on it? I mean, as far as price values go, I think we have an idea of, where this book is at. Look, a 0.5 People want $700 for that. You know, that book is torn up to get a 0.5. So you can imagine in any other higher grades, you are definitely paying some money. I mean, this is only 4.5 and it was restored. And they want 1100 for that. This right here looks like a mid-grade. This is raw for 1600. What else do we have here? We have another 1.84 thousand. So yeah, I mean, obviously you get up in those 9 point anythings, and this book is definitely going to command some nice money. So I think we got an idea, you know, that this book has some real world price value, and sometimes, you know, that doesn't necessarily translate onto the app, you know, at least not right away, right? We have seen in times past, especially when we had a bunch of people flock onto the app from around the world, and all types of people, different walks of life, and amounts of money, were willing to pay, you know, high prices for significant books, including grails, of course, you know. But I think that at some point, all of that's going to be taken into consideration. So the question is, am I stacking or slacking on Fantastic Four #3? Well, I mean, cover-wise, I'm all in, man. I don't see any covers here that I'm like, I really don't want that in the stash. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely all in, man. Secret Rare is crazy. You can never go wrong with the commons, and then us having 2 exclusive covers, it just is what it is, man. In regard to the actual details of the drop and how I feel about it, and back to that whole conversation going on in the community with the list price and the total edition, I think that one part that, you know, because I listened and listened and listened, and I think that one thing that people really don't keep in mind, maybe they do as they get closer to the drop, but I don't know, because the market hasn't reflected that. Because what I see happen is, at first it was modern books that they, you know, put the 30-day burn tag on. And I think that because they were modern books and not something people were necessarily trying to collect or highly sought after, people kind of just slept on that, you know. And then when the book got burnt, it was like, okay, it's Captain America, first appearance of you know, Bradley and Truth comic and whatever. And then like a couple weeks after it really settled in, Superior Iron Man, once it settled in, like the floor started moving, and then the other variants started moving as well. I think that until people are active to the point, or it involves books that they really care about, they're not really yet understanding the gravity of the burns and the role that it plays in even the initial edition sizes that they give us. Because like I've said for some videos, where the book to me is it has decent real world value, but it's a significant book, but they may be dropping it for $6.99 and do 3,000 mints on it, but I can't let the amount of total editions affect how I feel about the book still, because I have to ask that question: what if it doesn't sell out, and then in 30 days, when the remaining supply is burnt, the total editions aren't 3,000? What if it's only 800? What if it's only 200? You see what I'm saying? We have certain books that might be modern, it might be golden age, they could be from the 90s or whatever, but their scarcity levels are rivaling some of the most scarcest book, you know, the books on the green and white app that have or green and white website that have, you know, new publishers. It has the new books that are being published weekly on them. Those only have 1,000 mints dropped. And so we're talking about certain books that are proven to be more significant. They're bona fide keys cemented in history. You can't take that away from some of these books we're getting. And their numbers after the burn are less than 1,000. And I don't think the market's reflecting that yet. So it's hard to say, you know. Also, when I'm considering stacking or slacking, like, you know, I know I do the videos, sounds all stacked. Like, am I running after the book? Am I chasing? But a lot of the times, like, when it comes to the actual practicality of whether I'm stacking or slacking or something, it's not just about the drop. Like, it's not even about post drop and rushing into the market and trying to sweep floors or do any of that. You know, sometimes part of my strategy is I'm still going to stack on a book, but I may not do it right away. I might wait until these 30 days is over for another book that people are looking at, and while they're worrying about that book, and then 30 days later worrying about whether it's burning, I might be getting a book that, you know, came out a week before that or after that even. Like, it just varied. I try to just go to where people are not paying attention. But even in that strategy, I've had to adjust it with the 30-day burn, because in the past you might have a book that had 5,000 mints, and then that's it. It's just 5,000 mints, and people are listed at 2 gems or whatever the case is. So over time, you know, that 2 gems after the drop becomes a $1 book. You know what I mean? And it's not a $1 book. It's not a dollar bin book. There are books that are on the app that translate literally to real life to $1 bin books, but on our app, people are not really valuing things properly. So, um, when it comes to stacking or slacking on it, I'm breaking it down in terms of the actual drop and post drop, right? So when it comes to stacking this on a drop, I don't think that I'm going to be doing that. If I do have, 15 gems to go for this, I'm definitely going to go for it though, because how else am I going to get my hands on a secret rare, man? I don't know. So I'm personally going to go for the drop if I have the gems in my account on Thursday. Right now, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But if I have it, then I will. Um, but when it comes to overall, what I'm doing within these 30 days, I'm going to just look at the market and see what people are doing. And if this, falls anywhere around 5 gems, I don't see why I wouldn't want to pay 75% off the cover price, right? Or common. I'm not sure if it'll land in that area, especially right after the drop, but you give people 30 days and a bunch of other stuff that they want to chase from now till then, and you might see this book just get listed in desperation for those numbers. And that's where I want to be to scoop it up, And at the same time, depending on what happens with drops and my gems and all of that, within the 30 days, I could find myself in here pulling the lever trying to get the secret rare. It just really depends, because the scarcity of such a significant book could really be insane. And for all I know, this could sell out, right? It's possible. You can't say it's impossible. So that's why I also feel like I at least want to show up for the drop, because if this does sell out, we could be looking at another, Silver Surfer 1 situation where the price on the drop is just non-existent in the market. So you just gotta, get in where you fit in, and that's it, right? So let me know down below what you're gonna do. And again, if you are new to Veve Official, be sure to hit the link in the description. Get your account started today with a free 10 gems. And again, shout out to Veve Official for supporting the episode and supporting the giveaway going on this episode of Fantastic Four number 3 for you guys. So definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one of these 5 cover variants is your favorite, so I can enter you to next week's giveaway or next episode's giveaway. Who knows? It could be a couple of days from now. We have no idea, man. But once again, shout out to the fam Hobie for winning and entering. And I appreciate you guys stopping by this episode of Stackin and Slackin, man. But for now, your man Dr. Strange, all things strange, is out.